This version of the HR-V is under $30,000 and still has all-wheel drive. I'll include a link to the Honda & Murray's website in the description down below. Also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Under the hood of the HR-V is a 2-liter 4-cylinder that's paired to a CVT. Fuel economy is 25 around town, 30 on the highway, with power outputs being 158 horsepower and then 138 pound-feet of torque. I'm trying to hit 500,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I'd really appreciate it if you'd help out with that. Nice metallic flake in the paint with this particular one. Really sharp headlight design, and then I like the trim down below. And then it leads us to the grille, which is plasticky but blacked out. So this does have quite a bit of exposed plastic, but it is a baseline. Tire wheel setup is 215 by 60 by 17. You've got the metallic gray for the coloration on the wheels. Of course, the theme of unpainted trim continues along the side here. And when it comes to the side view, the proportions on this are actually quite nice. When it comes to key fob features, you've got the Honda logo there on the back. We have our lock and unlock and then the unlatching for the hatch. Now, being an entry level, the hatch is going to be hydraulic with the opening. We've got a 12 volt here in the back, and then you can actually pick up the load floor. There's a little bit of storage underneath. And overall storage capacity, again, the HR-V is a compact car, but it's pretty good. Although the slope design in the back does limit vertical space a bit. Now, Honda gives you a nice handle, so you can pop that down. Really cool look with the taillights here in the back. And the rear end is definitely very rounded off, but it fits the theme of the HR-V. Let's now check out the interior. Nice soft touch here on the door panel, surprising. And then this package has cloth seats, pretty cool square pattern there in the center. Legroom in the back is good. We've got a little kind of storage cubby there. Only the passenger gets a storage pocket. And then headroom in the back for a small car like this is actually surprisingly good. And now let's take a look at the front. So they add soft touch to the top panel there, still have the nice soft touch below that. Front window's automatic and the mirrors are power adjustable. The front seats continue the theme of the cloth trim and manually adjustable too. The vent design looks pretty nice, and you've got more nice soft touch trim around the vent. Let's start it up. Kind of rugged looking trim all around the steering wheel. Adaptive cruise control with your lane centering, and then on the left hand side you've got your volume and voice command controls. Honda keeps it simple with traditional stocks there on the back. Now, partially kind of analog gauge cluster, but then with a digital element there. And the reason I say partially analog, look at when you turn it off. So it does have, it's analog, but it's also got some level of illumination. But anyways, you can change the information displayed there on the left side of the gauge cluster. Before we get into the infotainment screen, I'm actually surprised the dash has soft touch trim. Just a regular backup camera in reverse, it's decent with the resolution. Now the screen itself is not too fancy, but it has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so you're basically just gonna hook your phone up and then do that. But yeah, the functionality on it's decent. Single zone climate with this nice finish on the controls, feels a little bit more upscale. And then below that we do have a phone charging pad and some USB ports. We also have some cup holders, and then we've got our shifter for the CVT. Behind the shifter we've got a drive mode select, hill descent control, parking brake with our brake hold, and then we've got little USB ports below. And for the center console, big amount of storage, and I like the trim on the top. Again, feels more premium. 2026 HR-V LX, $29,550. Let's see how this HR-V LX performs. Entry-level HR-V, Honda Gini. Repeat after me, Honda Gini. One of you that buys one of these needs to just like build out a custom badge that says that. If you rock that, that'd be cool. Hilarious also. So the baseline seats, they're not bad at all. They're a little bit firm, but it's kind of cloth seats in general. Cloth, and the reason why people like leather more than cloth is cloth stretches out tighter over the cushioning. Leather can be a little bit looser and has a little bit more give too. So you kind of sink into the cushion more with leather versus cloth, not so much, but it's not uncomfortable at all. Just firmer. And it forces you to have good posture, because if you slouch in like a leather seat, it's kind of forgiving, but if you slouch in this, not as much, and so it's like, sit up. Handling's good. I mean, this is a compact, so it's a lightweight vehicle, kind of zippy in a lot of ways, which I think is always fun with the drive. Yeah, the suspension's nice and comfortable. Like, again, sub $30,000. This is a nice car. And I do think the packaging on this is actually really done well. There's a few things, like, I think some people like blind spot monitoring. It doesn't appear, yeah, I'm not seeing the little thing there, so I think that is one thing that people would like to see on this. Not a deal breaker though. Definitely don't think it's a deal breaker for people. But like, it's got a phone charging pad, it's got USB ports, it's got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Like, this is perfectly set up for most people in terms of what they would be looking for in a vehicle. I mean, some people might want heated and cooled seats, 360 camera, but you know, those are again extras that aren't necessary. This kind of has, and it, you know, phone charging pads by no means necessary, but it's definitely nice to have. It's got good low end. It's not fast. Again, it's a 4-cylinder with a CVT, guys. It's not going to be fast. It's not what this is about. But it can get out of its own way. That's the important thing. It absolutely can get out of its own way. In summary, the HR-V with the LX package, this is a nice car. We need more cars like this. Sadly, we're not going to get that in the US market. Automakers just don't care to make affordable cars anymore. They just care about profits rather than people, sadly. It's most businesses though, so it's not like it's unique to the car industry. But all-wheel drive, sub $30,000, all the features you need. This, like, if you're being a reasonable, responsible human being, this is pretty much all you need. Like, the only thing that you need outside of this is, oh, are you into off-roading? Okay, well, you know, you're probably going to want a little bit more than what this has to provide. Oh, you've got a big family? Okay, you're going to want probably a little bit more space. But, like, if you're the average person in the US nowadays, which is someone who has either no kids or maybe 1 or 2, this is spacious enough. And those back seats could fit a car seat. So this is the kind of car that gets good fuel economy, pretty reliable setup too. So let me know your thoughts on this HR-V LX, but I think this is one of the best affordable cars that we have on the market today.